to the racetrack for their makeup feature. 25 laps in length, or 25 minutes, whatever comes first. And there are obviously some drivers that have moved up from semi-pro and young lions up to this division. We have some familiar faces that are here every single year, and then we have some drivers that might be their first time here at this event, but they are part of the pro division. So we mentioned yesterday that being the melting pot of different talents, different drivers you might not be accustomed to seeing, but they all come to a head right here, and you're going to make some new friendships, and you're going to learn the way some of these other cars and other drivers drive, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was coming into here and really trying to think about who was going to be my main competitors in semi-pro and who I was going to have to look out for. And every single time I thought about a driver, I realized that they were all going up to pro, and I was like, dang, this pro class is going to be really good. And it definitely is. They have... I think they've been the fastest guys out here. I know that we had some good laps turned there last night in the semi-pro, but I think Cameron had the best qualifying time out of any of the classes there in Legend cars. So, yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a good race to watch. Hopefully they can keep it clean and be nice and competitive.
And you look at the field that we have here. Cameron Bowl and Chris Lilly, two of the 860 Motorsports drivers starting up on the front row. Gavin Graham and the 00G, Jake Bowman, the driver from Huntington Beach, California, driving out of the Donnie St. Hour shop. He's been doing some pro late model racing across the east, southeast. Good to see him back in the Legend car starting fourth. And then Mike Alcaro. You think of pro division, Mike is one of those drivers that you see. Landon Lewis out of the Joe Ryan race car shop. Landon Rapp, Parker Eatman, Bryce Applegate, Will Lambros, your top 10. Just those out of the 22, those are some heavy hitters.
Yeah, definitely. Those are guys that could win at any racetrack at any time on any weekly basis. I think that it's really cool to come down here and see all these guys get put on the same playing field and be able to compete and see really who is the best pro in Legend car racing.
And we see it here in this division too, that these drivers are they build them as the best in all the land, but there's 22 of them. Not every one of them can be the best here today. So how much pushing and shoving is there going to be to get this momentum in race number one?
Yeah, I think these guys are really going to... This pro division has always kind of been super, super tight. I know that these guys are going to be all within a tenth of each other when they go green, and I bet you we'll see some bumpers being bent and probably some tempers flaring by the end of this deal.
There's probably going to be some pride that's going to be hurt somewhere in this mix, whether it's this feature or their next feature coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. So if you're just joining us on U.S. Legend Cars TV, final feature of the race per se that we're making up, but there's still 8 features to come this afternoon, so plenty of racing to come. We want to welcome you on our live look-in as well. We are live from Citrus County Speedway, and just as I mentioned, 11 features today. This is only feature number 3, so still plenty of racing to come. We want you to head over to uslegendcars.tv. We are live and interactive on our look-in as well. Drop us a comment. Let us know where you tuned in from, who you're cheering for, and hit that share button. Let your friends know that you're watching some racing here from beautiful Citrus County Speedway. Tim Terry and Danny Chisholm here to call all the action for you on day number 1's makeup features. Ladies and gentlemen, the pros. Green flag in the air. We are underway with Cameron Boland and Chris Lilly down into corner number 1. Lilly up the hill. It allows Jake Bowman to go to the middle. 3 wide, and Chris Lilly's not in a good spot.
No, it's going to get tight down here into 3, that's for sure.
A lot of room and a lot of respect. 3, almost 4, almost 5.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Well, they almost got through that.
Yeah.
Almost doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Josh was almost through there, and then he just caught the edge of Chris Lilly, and I got sent up into the wall. That thing is torn up.
Tough break for the 22 with Josh Spies. There's the 77 to the inside of Will Lambros. Bryce Applegate pulling away. There are some tore up race cars down there in turn number 1. Oh yeah, that thing's used up.
Yeah, they're gonna have some work to do, that's for sure, to get that thing fixed up for competition later today. That's one of the only troubles with these double features, that they're gonna really need to work themselves there to get that thing ready to go. It looks like maybe the horns are bent on it, which is a little bit of work, and probably a housing.
So how much work? Obviously, it's a lot of work. They've got a great team back there to help them out, though. Qualifying might be questionable for those guys to make it, but this Pro Division does not have a B main, so you can always, make your way from the back of the field and come up, because we probably lost 3 or 4 cars there. So prime example, 1 lap in, you're going to gain a couple of spots if you weren't in this, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that these AK Performance guys, I think they'll probably get it together pretty quick. They always have some spare parts all set up and ready to go. I'm sure that they'll get the car together and get it fixed up. It's definitely, qualifying is going to be a little tough, but again, the Pro Division is one of the last group to go out. If I guess they are the last, so they'll have a bit of time to get the car together, and I hope that they don't get left behind.
That is Nick Woodall over there with our race director Chris Conyers, and I'm sure they are not talking about the Jersey Mike subs that they just got. But again, out of the car, the rule is if you're out of the car, you're done. So, and it looks like we can't see from that camera angle, but it looks like there is a little bit of damage to the left front of that one. That would be the 77 of Will Lambros, and it rolls freely. So I guess that's at least a good starting point, right?
Yeah, there must be something in either the car won't fire or something in the driveline that might be broken there. And who knows, maybe that might have happened during the contact, or that might have been one of the reasons for that wreck. You never know.
So once again, we are live and interactive on Facebook, so be sure to drop us a comment and let us know where you're tuned in from, who you are cheering for, and maybe what the weather is like, because, I mean, we are enjoying some beautiful weather down here in Florida. Not to brag and not to, throw it in, but there's still an opportunity. We're here until Friday, so if you can grab a flight, get down here, and be a part of this, absolutely do so. And hit that share button. Let your friends know you're watching some racing. This is only feature number 3 of the 11 total to run here, so we're going to take a little bit of a break after this race. And then we'll be back beginning with the beginner Bandoleros, Chargers, Bandits, Young Lions, Semi-Pros, all of those divisions that got to race last night before the curfew. And then the Outlaws, Masters, and Pros one more time. There is a lot of talent over there with the Pro Division in turn number 4. But under the red, now, again, an opportunity for these drivers to catch their breath, but they didn't get to race yesterday. They're racing today, and just after one lap, you try to get the juices flowing and then slow back down again.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough part about it. I know that our race, we actually made it a couple laps there at the beginning, which was nice. Kind of lets you get settled in, and then we had a little bit of a green flag run, which is also great because it lets you kind of feel out your car and really see what you have for a race car going into the rest of the week.
There's the 71 of Jake Bowman, the 67 or pole sitter Cameron Bolin, the 00 of Gavin Graham, who was to start position number 3, currently running in 3rd. How about the opportunity for Jake Bowman there after Chris Lilly kind of hiked it up the hill in corner number 1 to take that position away? That was a slick little move by the driver from California.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I know that starting 4th, I had to start 4th there at one point in the semi-pro race, and it's tough because that outside line, especially, and if you're not able to control the outside line, it's really hard to make anything happen. But he was able to kind of take advantage there with Chris getting up the racetrack a little bit, and now he'll have a good opportunity to make something happen and maybe get it done on the outside here in this next restart.
And the opportunity for these drivers to kind of park maybe what happened over there for a guy like Chris Lilly, who fell back to 7th on that first lap. Now a chance to get back and get the opportunity to maybe figure out what went wrong, park that, and try to bring it back to the front as Cameron Bolin gets ready to roll here, and he will lead. They're going to line them up here, it looks like, on the front straightaway. So once again, hit that share button on the live looking and let your friends know that you're watching some racing here this afternoon and be interactive. We can also use your tweets as well. So hashtag WinterNats at US Legend Cars and get involved in the conversation, whether you are at home or you are here at the Citrus County Speedway. There is the 2 of Nick Woodall being helped back to the pit area. The Jorgensen team has a couple of race cars in this event, so good to see them, but they look like they're going to have some work cut out for them here in the next couple of moments.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have a little bit of work to do. That's one thing I really like to see. I like seeing the sedans out there. It's really cool. I know that Corey had a sedan out there with Brad Eddy driving this year at home, and it's always kind of fun to see a sedan because you don't see many of them anymore, and especially if they're competitive, it's really cool. You know that person in the car is definitely a wheelman.
How cool was it to see Brad Eddy back out on the racetrack this year in a Legend car?
Yeah, that was really awesome, and he was able to get, I think he got 3 wins or something like that, which is pretty close to what the rest of us all got. We were kind of teasing Craig there at one point because Brad had more wins in the sedan than Craig did in his coupe, so it's definitely pretty funny, and we always have a laugh about that. Maybe we'll see him out again next year and see if he can get some more wins in that sedan.
And there's the other Jorgensen car right there. You see Jason over there, Jensen coming back out to the racetrack. You saw Garrett Lowe lining up there. Garrett, busy guy tonight. He's going to be doing a couple of features, and then he's a part of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series running for the Wood Brothers. So I haven't talked to Garrett this week. I'm assuming he has a setup somewhere down here that he can hop in and go racing. But again, trying to manage the real world stuff in the 06 car here in the Pro Division, but also the eNASCAR side of things as well with his obligations with Wood Brothers Racing on that side. So not only is he busy here at the racetrack, he's also busy on the other side. But it looks like the pros, for the most part, are all lined up here, and field looks pretty good there. Besides Josh Spies, that's not where you want to park after lap number 1.
No, that's definitely a tough deal, especially being stuck down the infield. He's going to be stuck down there for probably the rest of these 24 laps, which will be rough because it'll kind of hamper the amount of time that the team's going to have to work on that thing and get it back together. So, yeah, he's definitely going to have their work cut out for him, but I would say they'll probably have a good opportunity there with the time between all the qualifying and everything like that to get that car back together and go out there and try to run up another qualifying run.
As a driver, how hard is it to sit there and watch your other competitors go around the racetrack while you're parked down there?
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough. I know that I've really never been put in that position. I've either, when I wrecked, been able to pull off the track or something like that, but I know that I can kind of understand that feeling. It would be pretty tough to have to go down there and sit in the infield and just look over your wrecked race car and think of what could have happened, I guess.
We do have a couple of comments starting to roll in. Mindy wants to know, is that Bubbles out there lining them up? Absolutely, it's Bubbles. Bubbles is our flag man here this week. Parker Trace wants to say hello and good luck to Devo. Parker should be down here racing his Legend car, so I'm sure we'll see him at some point during the season. Carson Abe is tuned in from Lance, so I want to say hello to. There's Bubbles on our screen. Andrew is tuned in, cheering on Tommy Jackson in the 87. So keep those comments coming. Drop one down below. Let us know that you're watching and where you're watching from, and hit that share button. Let your friends know that you're watching some racing here this morning, this afternoon, wherever you may be tuned in from for Winter Nationals for U.S. Legend cars, as the field is doubled up down the back straightaway, and we are getting ready to come back to the green flag here momentarily. A couple laps still being worked in here, but now Cameron Boland no longer has a teammate to the outside. So that's going to change the perspective, I'm sure, a little bit from the driver in the 67.
Yeah, he's going to have to make sure that he's on it on the restart. I don't think Jake's going to give him a break. I would say they'll probably be getting on the gas as quickly as he can and trying to have a good, clean restart and roll that bottom.
Jennifer Cameron Knight says good luck to Cameron Boland. So once again, drop us a comment down below and let us know. James Kopp is watching from Indianapolis. Great to have you along for the ride as we get ready to go back racing. We'll show you the pro feature on the look in, then you're going to want to head over to uslegendcars.tv for all the racing action. Down the speed shot, down into corner number 1, and a better start for the outside car. Jake Bowman knows how to get it, but there's the inside line. It's a fine line to pick up those spots, and now we're 3 wide in behind. Landon Lewis is doing work.
Yeah, Cameron and Gavin Graham there just got together a little bit. Oh, more contact, 71.
Oh, Jake Bowman around, and that will draw the caution. How much is it a hold your breath moment, not only from up here, but in the race car when they go 3 wide like that?
Yeah, that was definitely sketchy down the backstretch. That's kind of the move, though. You see a lot of three-wide action down that back straightaway. Turn 2 just kind of leads itself to that as it opens up to the wall and gives a lot more racing room. That was a good battle there between Cameron and Gavin Graham. Looked like he was just up underneath Cameron there going into 3, but Cameron was able to roll down in the corner and get that spot back.
Want to say hello to Tanner Prince, who was cheering on Landon Lewis. Adam Sturgill's watching it from home as well. Brian Schock, good luck to the Masters. Wish you were here, Brian. We got Roger Nickerson. Debbie Wade is watching from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Chuck Wilson is looking for Brody Gunter. Brody is down here. He'll be racing a little bit later on this afternoon. Replay to show you what happened. We got a couple of angles on this one. There's Jake Bowman outside. Oh, it got tight down there between him and Gavin Graham in the 00. Watch that black car with the green numbers on the outside. And does the inside car is pretty well close to those rumble strips.
Yeah, he's pretty tight on the rumble strips there. It's weird from that angle. You know, the 71 car looked clear just as he kind of came by the camera, but then it just tightens up as you both funnel down into the corner.
And one more look at it from the turn 3 camera, and obviously it's a little harder to see from there with the angle going down, but a great job by Chris Lilly and a few others to avoid the spinning 71. Could have been a lot worse for Jake.
Yeah, definitely. It would suck a lot, especially if someone came in there a couple of car lengths later and caught your front end or something like that and tore your car up. But looks like his car is pretty good, and he'll probably have a good opportunity here to be a good opportunity there for him to get the car back and try to go back up there and have a good run.
So the 67 of Cameron Boland maintains the lead. And Danny, we've seen over the first 2 features, don't want to jinx the pro drivers, but the first 2 features this afternoon have been pushed by time limit. 1 minute per lap, so it comes out to about 25 laps, and then there are 25 minutes, and then the time limit flag is shown. And obviously there's some leniency for some red flags and stuff, but they are about halfway on the time.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I think that these pro drivers will be able to get all filed out and hopefully have a good run and just get some green flag laps in, because I know that's what a lot of these fans like to see. It's not very good just watching yellow flag after yellow flag, but I think this will be a good race. I know that little bit of green flag run that we got was really good, and I'm excited to see what the rest of these guys can do.
1 lap before we go back to green, we remind you to hit that share button on the live look and let your friends know you're watching some racing. And we got some 8-6. Oh, Richie Davidowitz is watching. We got to be on our best behavior now. He's got the 860 woo going on today. He's got a couple of friends that are up in front here as we get ready to go. And for the 3rd restart, Cameron Boland has a 3rd different competitor to the outside. This time it is a 00G of Gavin Graham as they work through corners number 3 and 4. 23 laps to go. The pros are back green.
Landon Lewis giving the bumper to Cameron, able to get to the inside there.
And he wasted little time on those last 2 restarts getting the job done. Landon Lewis didn't get the qualifying effort that he wanted to. Started in 6th and now battling for the lead with Cameron Boland.
Yeah, it's a good side-by-side battle here. 1 and 2 is kind of Cameron's opportunity to try to make something happen on the top side and maybe get back around Landon there. Oh, big contact.
That was large, and what a tough break for Cameron Boland. Well, if it helps, it's right in front of the Tiki Hut.
He's going to try to make it back there to hop pit, try to get that thing fixed up.
Either that or he didn't want to talk to that lady over there. I don't know which one it was.
It looked like there that they just made a little contact, and it seemed to have broke something in the left front of Cameron's car. Oh, never mind. That right front is killed.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, that's definitely from the wall contact there. Yeah, he needs some help.
And he is going to be climbing out of that car. He's going to be done, and he is not happy.
No. That's just, it's tough, you know, to have your first day end like that, or hopefully they can get it fixed up or something. But yeah, to have your first day start like this, I mean, there are only 4 laps into it. It's tough because it puts you behind, and then he's going to have to really work hard to try to get those points back and work back through the field.
So we will take a look at the replay here, and he and Landon Lewis side by side, and right there.
Yeah, it looks like just coming off the corner, tight for real estate.
One more look at it here. The 99, the white 99 to the inside. It's tough from that angle. Did Landon get the rumble strips down into 3 right there?
Yeah, it looks like he did catch him with the
right there.
With the left front. It pushed him up the hill. And
was he sideways already going down there, and it just drove it down there?
I think I know a lot of time there in the feature race. It is sometimes good. You can have a good lap if you catch the rumble strips the right way, but it looks like he just got a little bit too much of it there and got up the hill a little bit and made some contact.
Oh, hard hit.
Yeah.
Cameron is out of the race car. He is okay. He's over there with Josh Spies, having a conversation with the growing race car graveyard in the infield right now, and they are starting to collect down there. That's a great place to watch a race over there, by the way. If you've ever been to Citrus County Speedway, that's a great place over there in turn number 4. Pull up a chair, high top tables. This is not the place to watch a race.
No, definitely not.
Usually means you've had a bad day. But they will have some time to get that car repaired for the next Pro Feature coming up later on this afternoon. Once again, we are live and interactive. You can hashtag WinterNats on Twitter, or you can join us on our live look-in. Steve Page is watching from Alaska. I know we've had a couple of folks from Alaska come down and race this Winter Nationals event, and hopefully in 2023 we'll have some more come down and visit. Record car count. I didn't get the amount from Conyers. I did the simple math. There's over 180 cars here. I think I had 181 on the list that we did between everybody that's qualified yesterday. So the last record I think was 170, low 170. So we've eclipsed it by about 10. It's an event that if you've never been here before, obviously it's Florida, it's February, there's so much to do. But it starts your season off. For a guy like you that's in the Northeast, you get 5 races in 5 days, plus you race the firm. Plus, if you really wanted to race dirt, you could race dirt later on this weekend. For these 5 days, though, it's a quarter to a third of a season in 5 days.
Yeah, it's definitely super important. I know as a young driver, when I was just getting going and racing bandos, it was a pivotal kind of moment for me to really learn a lot in such a short span of time and go into the beginning of the season just way ahead of all the other people that just had been home and hadn't raced since October or September when we kind of end our racing season.
I want to say hello to Rob Bonus, who is watching. It is probably 22 below in Nova Scotia. He's still probably wearing shorts. Greg Dow was watching, wanted to say hello to us, and Dylan Langell also watching from the radio station in Bridgewater. So say hello to them, and a couple of more that are tuned in. What are you seeing there on the?
It looks like either the track bar or panel bar broke right off there. So they're going to have a lot of work to do. It's not just the right front suspension. It's probably got a lot of the rear end too.
It looks like we are getting ready to go racing once again. The field is single file, slow through 3 and 4. Mr. Bubbles has the green flag in hand, and we are going racing. So single file, they've had a couple of opportunities to try to get this thing right, and they'll try to get it single file to see if that is the way to get some laps in here. Brenton Irving, the number B1, works to the inside to try to pick up one spot, the driver from the coast of North Carolina. Nose to tail, though, for your top 4, led by Landon Lewis in the number 99, Mike Alcaro, Parker Eatman, and Gavin Graham. Your top 4. There's Chris Lilly, who started on the outside of the front row, having to work his way back through. It's not the position that he wanted to be in. It's still a top 10 effort, but tries to park what happened earlier, and he's got plenty of laps to get it done. There goes Parker Eatman to the inside of Mike Alcaro, and Alcaro stuck to the outside. Gavin Graham in the 00, the white car, looks to the inside, and he'll pick up one more spot. So Alcaro, just like that, moves from second all the way back to 4th.
Yeah, once you get hung out on the outside there, you're just kind of hoping and looking for an opportunity to jump back down to the bottom. Oh, we got big contact.
Oh, that's big. That's Lilly, the 00 around behind them, a Chris Wright, 45 of Bryce Applegate, and Landon Rapp. Haven't talked a whole lot about Landon. I know he didn't get the qualifying effort that he necessarily wanted to near the front. He qualified 7th, but first time that we've talked about him, I think, for most of this feature, and it's the wrong side of the inch, per se, for the 28 car.
Yeah, he kind of got caught up in that original wreck and has just been kind of coming from the back end. But I know he's a really good race car driver, and I'm sure that he'll be able to pull this car back together and be out there and race in the next one and hopefully have a better run than what's going on right now.
I want to say hello to Jeremy Alexander, who is watching on our look in, and we got a couple of Carson Hayslip fans watching, so I want to say hello to them on the U.S. Legend Cars look in. We've got another replay of this one, and Rapp gets into the 27, and looks like just 45 of Applegate, nowhere to go. And
yeah.
You can see, you hand out the window of Chris Lilly's car, you can see he wasn't impressed, but you're looking at the car in the middle there of that nose to tail, and then Landon Rapp, he's on the binders, getting down to the corner, just can't stay off the 27.
Yeah, it's tough, different closing rates and stuff. I mean, sometimes you are able to get in the corner a lot better than the guy in front of you, and it's hard to kind of time that and make sure that you're not going to, have that happen. It looks like they just kind of hugged bumpers after the original contact and around Chris Wendt.
And right there, you saw it out of the corner of the replay, and Bryce nowhere to go. Nowhere to get around, and the cleanup crew's going to have a couple of more souvenirs down there. It looks like the 00 might have got on the binders a little too quick and wrapped around. Oh, look, Mr. Conyers has some souvenirs.
Yeah, you definitely don't see the race director out there doing cleanup too often, but he's doing every job this week.
Between him and John Kelly and Bubbles Bronson and the whole crew back there, Scott Reinhardt, Layla, they're pulling it all together, and they're doing a great job making this event happen for a record car count, and Scott Kornman as well, making sure everything happens with Little Gator Legend Cars. There is the hot pit area. That is Landon Rapp over there. What are they doing to... we can't really see the front end, but they are working on the front end of that race car.
Yeah, I'd say trying to maybe get a bumper fixed or fix up some of the front suspension there, as there was pretty severe contact with Lilly.
We will remind you that this is the final race on our look-in. We've still got 8 features to come today, and if you go over to uslegendcars.tv, one price for the full week. With your subscription, you get to see everything that happened, and plus everything that happened yesterday as well. So lots of racing action to accomplish so far, and there's lots more to come here this afternoon. They are pushing the 28 car back.
Looks like they got it fixed up, and I guess as best they could, and getting that thing back out on the track. Hopefully he can salvage a run.
So there goes the 28 back down. Joseph Hodges wants to shout out to his hometown boy Landon Lewis from Ocean Isle Beach. Rich says record car count. Charlotte had 100 per class. Record event for here. Record car count for here for Winter Nationals. Obviously there's more events, whatever else, but this is the Winter Nationals benchmark that we are looking at 181 that we have here, at least from our unofficial count up here from what we had qualified yesterday. Apparently UPS showed up, and I don't know if we can get another shot of that speed shot, Mr. Producer. But if you're just joining us on our live look-in, joining us here on US Legend Cars TV, this is our speed shot. It is about halfway from the flag stand to turn number 1. And Danny, it's not in the greatest of positions. It's in a great position for TV. You get to see the cars go by and get a sense of the speed that we have. But if something does happen, it might not be pretty.
Yeah, definitely. Getting into 1 there, we saw it, especially with in that Bando race there with Murray. That speed shot gave us a good angle of what happened there. And oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's on the other side of the fence. A good pat on the back to Andrew Perdue, who put that up there. But we said earlier the Ram mount could probably take a beating. Camera maybe not so much. But the good news is that the UPS, FedEx, whatever delivery driver was just here, and we've got another one on site. So if something does happen, and by the way, Tony Stevens said there was a award for the driver that does end up knocking that one out if it does happen. I don't know if we can convince Tony to open the pocketbook and give the driver a free tire or something or whatever, but we will figure that out. And we are right behind the Inverness Airport, so there is an airplane. I don't even have to look over, but I'm sure that's Ian Platt shooting it because he loves his airplanes.
Yeah, it's definitely cool there. When we were at the firm, they had like planes doing all kinds of stuff, like aerobatics and everything. They were flipping them upside down, and it was cool to watch when you're just kind of waiting on racing or in the morning. Yeah, it is on an airport. Yeah.
Chuck Wilson, are you showing the Young Lions division? Absolutely, we are on uslegendcars.tv. So you want to head over and check that out. Woody's watching. Say hi to Woody.
Oh yeah, I got to see Woody when I was down in North Carolina. I stopped by at his house. It's always fun to talk to Woody. He knows so much and is always a fun guy to hang out with.
So we are, and I don't want to mention it, but we are getting close to the time limit. A couple of, that's a great view over there on the top of a camper. So we'll come back out. The field is doubled up. 8 laps in, 17 to go. We haven't seen the flag be displayed yet for the time limit, but we are inching closer towards it. Once again, final race in the look-in, so head over to uslegendcars.tv to make sure you don't miss any of the action. And I just saw Bubbles move that flag. So it's getting a little bit closer. He can feel it.
Yeah.
The 99 of Landon Lewis is your leader. Parker Eatman now on the outside. We've got a new front row as they get ready to see the green flag, and we are back underway. Now, we're already wrecking on the front. That is the 25 of Honeycutt. And we've got one tapping on the roof, and that will draw the caution one more time. That is, I believe, Tomko in the 5.
And I'm fairly certain that that'll probably get us pretty close to our time limit.
You said it. His hand, I think, is on the flag.
At least they'll give them at least one more shot, hopefully to
get some laps in at least, right?
Yeah.
Get some sort of rhythm here. There's the hand. Oh, and there you go. The time limit has expired, so the next flag will end the race. I want to say hello to Jeff Cruikshank, who is watching. Hope he's got his car repaired from last year. He took a little tumble at the end of the year in Halifax.
Yeah, that was a crazy wreck there, flipping down the front straightaway.
I spoke with Paul Goulden earlier this week, and we had Darren Sherwood on the Tim's Corner live show, and we talked about the Masters coming down here. I think he would fit right in, Jeff Cruikshank down here, because he's got that experience, and I think he would have a great time, him and Danny, to come down here. If you've never been to Winter Nationals, it's one of those things you do have to experience. So, Jeff, book your plane ticket, book your ticket to get down here for next year. And who do we got over there? We got Joe Ryan. We've got some of his crew. Is that Brockhouse? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. That is Hornaday over there, and Brockhouse, and you can tell they're deep in conversation because you can see the hands moving. There's all kinds of hands moving everywhere over there. There are some conversations to be had, and I'm sure there's going to be some more conversations after this race is done. It's been a rough and tumble pro race. 8 laps in, a time limit has expired. Next flag will end the race once we do go back to green. And this is race number 1 of the week, and we said there's some drivers that don't usually race with each other, so you might not know how that driver races, so got to feel it out, and sometimes it does come down to a couple of drivers, not agreeing with each other per se. There's Brockhouse, there's Hornaday. A couple of more coming up to. This has been a great story from Brockhouse. I can't read lips, but I don't think his hands have stopped moving in the last 30 seconds that we've been on this shot.
No, he's got the ideas flowing right now. He's having fun.
He doesn't have the hat on, though. We put out the challenge for somebody to find a hat bigger than Brockhouse's because it had the wide brim and everything else. We have fun down here. We are getting ready to go back to green, though. Rolled up green, a single file restart. Once again, final race in the look-in. Head over to uslegendcars.tv to check out all the racing action here today and this week from Little Gator Legend Car Winter Nationals. Final restart of this pro division. The 99 of Landon Lewis is your leader. Parker Eatman right on the bumper. Green flag flies down the front straightaway they go, and they're already 2 and 3 wide at the back, but Mike Galcaro trying to set up Parker Eatman. The 2 black cars in behind Landon Lewis, Alcaro knows he's got to go.
Eatman uses the bumper a little bit to get up underneath of Lewis, but Lewis is able to hold on and won.
Tries to get there again, crest the back bumper, up the hill goes Eatman and saves it, but is going to lose at least one more, maybe two more. They're wrecking in behind as they work through 3 and 4. That is Jake Bowman in the 71, trying to get it rolling. He will not. Caution flag comes out, and right behind it will be the checkered. And the 99 of Landon Lewis will win race number 1 of the week for the Pro Division. Lewis, Eatman, Alcaro, Graham, and Brenton Irving unofficially your top 5. That will conclude the race on the live look, and it'll also conclude this portion of the broadcast here this morning for the morning session. We are going to be back here in probably an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. These guys are going to qualify for their next upcoming races. We got 8 races to come, so you got to go over there and get in the race car. You ready to get in, strap in, and go racing?
Yeah, I think I'm ready, Ben. It's kind of nice to watch some of these races and just be a race fan for a little bit, but now I got to go back there and try to get my head straight and hopefully have a good qualifying effort.
Say hi to both of the Scots and everybody back there. Thank you for joining me here, and we'll close the race on the look-in. We're going to close this portion of the morning session. If you're with us at Citrus County Speedway, qualifying is coming up. Head to the refreshment stand, grab a couple of blue yummies, maybe a bite to eat, and enjoy some action here from beautiful Florida. If you're watching us on the look-in, head over to uslegendcars.tv. If you're over on uslegendcars.tv, we'll see you in a little bit. Have some lunch, and we'll see you in a bit. Until then, keep the hammer down. We'll see you at the track.